Montverde is still without two ranked seniors, Lincoln Cosby and Jaden Hodge, because of injury. So only two healthy ranked players in Phylon and O'Neal Delancey. Oh, look out right off the tip. Tyndale trying to save it, and a block by Daniels at the rim, but the follow by DeMarcus Henry.
AZ Compass comes out just like they finished yesterday's game. Aggressive and tenacious. Keep an eye on one in the black for Montverde, Joe Phylon. You mentioned him. He didn't have his best game yesterday. He's got to step up today for Montverde to help.
Thank goodness that Javion Tyndale is okay after leaping near the Compass bench right off the tip. 3 in the black. Late in the shot clock, Tyndale has to create against the taller Caden House, and House got a piece of it. Kalik House, his twin brother the other way. Phylon got it. It's a goaltend. 4-0 AZ Compass Prep. Back to Tyndale right after the tip.
Talk about being ready to play. Diving out of bounds over the bench just to try to save the possession and get Montverde on the board early. How about that?
You think this means something to the players on the court this week? A national championship at stake?
Ted, these teams and players and coaches, that's all they talk about in the offseason is Chipotle Nationals. How do we qualify? How do we prepare for it? They practice for it during the season. They play in tournament games where they have consecutive games just like they do now. They're doing everything possible to train for it. It means everything to all the players and all the teams and all the coaches.
Montverde doesn't play for a state championship in Florida. AZ Compass Prep doesn't play for one in Arizona. This is the goal for programs at this level.
And these are the best 8 teams in the country that get invited here. This year it was 10, they had a playing game, now we're down to 4.
Tyndale drains a 3. Yeah, he went head over heels to start, and now he's got Montverde on the board. Tyndale had 7 points and 6 assists in that win over Prolific. Off a kick, Henry, the lefty off the mark. Caden House trying to follow. And Joe Phylon secures it for Montverde. Numbers for the Eagles if they hurry. And Tahani Miller draws the foul. Boy, Miller was in attack mode to start yesterday, and more of the same here in the semis.
Yeah, no one's had a better senior year than Tahani Miller. His ability to improve over the course of time, going from a role player in previous years to the leading scorer at Montverde under Steve Turner. You know, he's really trained for this moment if you think about it. He's been at Montverde 12, 13, 14 years. His dad, Ray Miller, was an assistant for Kevin Boyle. He's seen and played and practiced against the best every day. And now he has a chance to shine.
Now he's got Montverde in front. Yeah, caught up with Ray, now a scout with the Orlando Magic before the game. Tahani Miller has attended Montverde since pre-K, since he was 4 years old. He was a first grader on the 3rd through 5th grade team. That's the first time he put on a Montverde uniform. And now Miller comes away with it for the Eagles. Ahead to O'Neal Delancey.
Don't forget, Tahani Miller made the big-time assist yesterday, the game-winning assist for Montverde to move on.
Ahead to Derek Daniels for that flush. Whether Daniels took 3 steps or not. Oh, what a move. The spin by DeMarcus Henry.
Let's settle the conversation right now. He took 2.5 steps.
All right.
Didn't quite take 3, and he took a little bit more than 2.
Miller missed the 3 there. Yeah, at the NBA level, it's not a travel what Derek Daniels did yesterday. Letter of the law, college and high school level, yes, it is. But would you see that call often at the highest level of college basketball? Probably not. And Montverde is here in the semifinals as a result. Phylon the closeout on Henry, and he can't hit. And out of bounds, still belongs here.
Little things make a big difference. Phylon with the contest. That was important, but now the block out by Montverde. You got to finish the possession. That's so important when it comes to defense.
AZ Compass with a wire-to-wire victory yesterday in the quarters against the 8-seed Spire Academy. Kalik House trying to lob it, and Daniel swatted it. Tyndale gives it up. Delancey rises and connects. O'Neal Delancey did not shoot it well yesterday in the quarters, just 2 of 9 with 5 points. Maybe he can settle in a little earlier here today. Shot clock is melting. Rajon Roberts headed to Valpo, banks it in with a foul. A chance at 3 for Rajon Roberts, the Chicago native.
Roberts with a little hesitation, got the mismatch against Daniels. That's what they did, the weave. When you weave it, you try to look for the switch and the mismatch. Roberts with speed and strength to get to the basket. Daniels not great defending on the outside.
Roberts moving into the starting lineup when Quincy Wadley, who's in the SC Next 100 in the senior class, went down with a high ankle sprain. Wadley is back this week, and as Roberts caps off the three-point play, heads out for Wadley, who put up 11 points off the bench yesterday.
Very good role player, understands how to play with talent. He gives up the ball, he defends, he doesn't need a lot of shots. When you're trying to play at the highest level, you have to know who your stars are and make sure you defer to those guys when they're on the court.
I mean, some NBA scouts then took notice of Wadley, what he did coming back from injury, but Pete Caffey certainly didn't want to shake things up even after Wadley shined coming off the bench yesterday. Closing in on the midway mark of this first quarter. Winner heads to the championship game tomorrow, noon Eastern, on ESPN against either Dynamic or Bella Vista. Tyndale picked up the dribble. Now Delancey with 7. Got to go against Kalik House. He rises for 3. House to House, short on the 3 from Kalik, but Caden House comes away with the offensive board. Finds his brother again. The flip to Henry. Guarded by Phylon. That's a good matchup. Junior against senior. And Henry's bottled up, a turnover.
Great help by Delancey.
Miller in traffic. Hit the underside of the rim, and Henry has got it for AZ Compass.
AZ just swallows you up on the defensive end.
And Wadley loses it out of bounds, sending us to a timeout. Semifinal round here at Chipotle. 9 points, 10 rebounds, couple of block shots to go with that dunk, a 4-star junior.
He's such a physical presence. He's got long arms, he's got a thick body. He's perfect in this matchup today against AZ Compass Prep because they play a physical and aggressive game, so you got to match that physicality. Daniels can do it.
Miller kicks it to Javion Tyndale.
Tough shot.
And leaping for the rebound, Quincy Wadley.
Yeah, Tyndale is fading.
Phylon got it back, though, and a blocking foul called.
Love the aggressiveness by Phylon. He needs to be more aggressive today. He was aggressive yesterday, shooting the 3. It didn't go down. So everything he does in this game, from rebounding to defense to trying to score the ball, he's got to be aggressive. That will get his flow into the game, and then maybe he'll make a jump shot, but he can really impact this game from the elbows down.
Yeah, Joe Phylon, the cousin of the All-American this year at Alabama. Game at 6. Don't forget that courtside presentation of both games on ESPN2 and the app. Now blocking foul on Javion Tyndale, trying to keep up with Rajon Roberts, who's back in there for AZ Compass.
I thought Tyndale beat him to the spot. If you beat someone to the spot with the basketball, you can be sliding your feet. I thought Roberts just ran him over. Tyndale is such a pest defensively. He gets up on the ball, he gets under it, and now he stole it.
Right on cue, Tyndale for 2. Creating offense just like that.
You better be ready to play when you step on the court against Javion Tyndale. I mean, you can't be casual with your passing and catching. This is a soft pass. Roberts does nothing to shield him off. Tyndale says, thank you.
And it's how Javion Tyndale has to play at his size, right? 5'9", and that might be generous, what he's listed as on the roster.
Exactly. You have to play with your strength, which is your speed, your quickness, your center of gravity, your IQ, and your leverage.
You know, AZ Compass is known for turning their opponent over. The Dragons already have 6 turnovers themselves compared to just 1 for Montverde.
Well, Montverde doesn't press you, but they play tight man-to-man defense, and that forces you to turn it over if you're not clever and smart with your passes.
Henry, an air ball, but into the arms of Quincy Wadley. Shot clock doesn't reset. 4 to shoot. Roberts hangs. He came up way short. Again, got to put it up, and Caden House does not do that in time. Shot clock violation.
Roberts had the mismatch again with Derek Daniels. Took him to the rack, couldn't finish. AZ Compass does a outstanding job of attacking the offensive glass. Sometimes, Ted, they send 4 guys to the offensive glass. There's really no center on their team, but they have a team full of positional size. 6'4", all the way up to about 6'8", 6'9".
Now, the #1 seed, just 2 losses on the year, but not the overwhelming favorite that teams like Columbus last year have been. Off the steal, Caden House puts AZ Compass back on top.
Boy, Caden House just waits on it. He's always in the right position off the ball.
And now Caden House commits the personal. You know, he had 5 steals yesterday. Big reason he's the EYBL Scholastic Defensive Player of the Year.
Watch 10 in the green. Deny, deflect. Then he takes it right to the house.
There you go.
But that's the kind of defense that Buzz Williams is looking for when he gets to college. The ability to be helping as the ball gets closer to you, you get closer to the ball.
Buzz could certainly use him after going 4-16 in the Big Ten, his first season. A good recruiting class led by Caden House, who saves it even though he hit the floor. Henry got Daniels in the air, and it rolls home. Savvy move by the junior.
Patient with the pump fake. You pump fake inside, the defense is going to bite.
Final minute of the quarter. Delancey, the ranked junior, with 10 to shoot. Tyndale against Henry. Now 5 for Miller. Poked away. Caden House catching up to it. All day to think about this one. Offensive rebound. Henry missed the putback. Caden House tracks it down. That doesn't drop. Still loose and cleared by Delancey.
It is a fight every time that ball goes up on the glass between AZ Compass and Montverde. What great athletes we have in this game.
4 seconds for Tyndale, off the screen, launching, and he buries it to tie things up. Tyndale
Have the star power of teams in the past, but they have a togetherness, a toughness, and they do have stars. Steve Turner has done a magnificent job putting this team together.
Javion Tyndale played like a star in that first quarter with 8 points. Missed the 3. Phylon the interception. And Phylon punches it home. Boy, he had a rough quarterfinal. That's one way to snap out of it.
He must have spoke with Mick Cronin last night because he is fired up right now. That's the JoJo Phylon I know.
He was 3 of 12 for just 6 points yesterday and settling for threes. Henry misses a 3 for AZ Compass. Dhani Miller just 2 points in the opening quarter as Tyndale led the way. Miller had 27 yesterday. Back to Miller against Willie Pickett Jr. He regathers. The scoop doesn't drop, but a foul called.
Watch this top 10 moment by JoJo Phylon, 1 in the black. Taking it down. That's the Joe Phylon I know. Huge upside, great athlete, Scores so well inside the arc off the dribble. Finisher. Has length, bounce, quickness. Just needs to be more assertive on a consistent basis.
Miller at the line here, missing the first. If Philon committed to UCLA, Paul, just a couple of weeks ago, he had visited Ohio State, UNLV, and South Florida. And a player who can certainly help UCLA both in the short term and the long term.
Yeah, more so in the long term. He's got to have patience with himself, and Mick Cronin has to have patience with him. But once it changes, UCLA is going to have an NBA prospect on their hands.
Mick Cronin, patience?
Yes, he has patience. He's an excellent coach. And he's a guy that our game really needs.
I know. Henry, the step on Philon, and Henry banks it in. Boy, he opened some eyes yesterday. 15 points, 10 rebounds in that quarterfinal. Philon turns it over. Kalik House to Quincy Wadley for the jam.
Trying to execute a simple dribble handoff. AZ Compass, they were in position to blow it up.
And Montverde gives it away again. AZ Compass on the move. Philon the block on Pickett. Out of bounds to AZ Compass. How about Philon getting back?
AZ Compass averages 9 steals per game. And they lead to points because they convert so quickly. They're programmed under Pete Caffey to convert from defense to offense right away. Everybody's sprinting the floor, pushing the ball with the dribble or the pass ahead.
Caffey told us, I want to make it an ugly, speedy game. And AZ Compass turned it over there. Looks like they did. Wow, off the inbound from the baseline. You know, yesterday, 13 steals, part of 21 forced turnovers in that win over Spire, and already 6 steals here in the first half.
Yeah, number 1 in the EYBL with over 9 steals per game. That just tells you before the game, you got to be really tight with your passing and catching. There it is again.
Pickett pokes it away from Daniels, and Pickett lays it home. Once again, AZ Compass creates chaos.
Montverde needs to back cut now. You see the deny, you see the overplay, back cut to the basket. You'll get yourself a layup.
Miller finds the cutting Tyndale, and the extra feed to Daniels for the flush. Boy, that was beautiful ball movement.
That's what you have to do against aggressive style defense. Cut behind it, pass behind it.
Kalik House, a deep 3. We are using the high school three-point line, of course, here at Chipotle Nationals. 19 feet, 9 inches, but so many players at this level can shoot way beyond that. Also using the 30-second shot clock. Miller cut off, and it's coming right here. Pauly with the hands.
Who wants it?
Look at Pauly, the former star at Salem State.
Nobody's going to steal it from me. Again, the ball pressure, the body bumps, the hands, deflections. That time, Montverde cut right behind all of it.
You played for Tom Thibodeau. You know what you're doing.
I was a walk-on. I wouldn't say I played. Played in practice.
You were on the team. Robert Short.
I had sneaky bounce, Ted.
Sneaky. That's a new category of bounce. Delancey. What do you call that? Deep range. Montverde in front.
You know, Scott Golden, who covers the state of Florida, first told me about O'Neal Delancey. He said he's somebody who can really blossom in his class, and he has so far.
It's already the 9th lead change of the first half. Under 4 to play. Montverde the steal. Philon for 2 more. Joe Philon
Rinking the floor, so there's no space for the offense to cut, drive, and they're airtight against the shooters.
Montverde is on a 7-0 run, however, to take a 4-point lead. Under 10 to shoot, Caden House, son of the NBA veteran Eddie House, lost it, got it back. Roberts with 2. Henry smothered by Daniels, and the shot clock runs out.
42 in the black. Derek Daniels. He comes from the opposite side to get a piece of it. Reject it. Montverde gets possession. That is what you call being an alert defender. He's not in the action, but he put himself into the action. You make multiple efforts. You see where your man is, you find the ball, and you look to help.
You can see why Steve Turner told us last week, I wish I had 5 of Derek Daniels on this team. O'Neal Delancey. Boy, might wish he had 5 of him too. That's a 3.
Gonna give one more shout out to Scott Golden, the state of Florida, who covers it so well. He said you need to know about O'Neal Delancey. Scoring prowess. Boy, was he right.
Largest lead of the game for the 5-seed Montverde. Henry short on the 3. Miller in transition, a pull-up 3. And Wadley pulls it in for AZ Compass. Kalikouse denied by Delancey. And Wadley is short. Out to Kalikouse. Boy, AZ Compass again coming up empty as we close in on the 2-minute mark of the first half. Montverde has scored the last 10 points of the game. Delancey trying to give it up. He does to Miller. Too strong, but a foul.
You want to attack the pressure, but you can't over-dribble, because once you put the ball on the deck a second, third time, now the rakes, the digs, all the hands are going to come into play. So you got to make a quick gap dribble and move it, unless you can get all the way to the basket and finish and jump stop. You have to be precise with your dribble against a defense like AZ Compass Prep. I am so impressed with Dhani Miller, his ability to finish in traffic, rebound in traffic.
Former head coach at Texas A&M, Arizona, elsewhere. Looking forward to that this weekend. See, AZ Compass, just 33% shooting ball. And Montverde has stretched out this lead now to 8. And a turnover again for the Dragons. It's their 10th.
All the talk about AZ's defense, well, Montverde is the defensive team so far in the first half. They've been outstanding, and they've been good all season long, but today their defense is at a different level. It was very good yesterday against Prolific Prep. It has stepped up again today at Chipotle Nationals.
Delancey got another 3, and it's a 14-0 run for Montverde. Final minute of the half. Can AZ Compass put a stop to this drought? Henry, the top 10 junior, under 10 to shoot, bottled up, and another turnover. Numbers for the Eagles. Dhani Miller, no. Daniels mistimed the jump. Flylon steps in front. Delancey again. Miller with the putback. The run continues for Montverde. 16 unanswered for Montverde, and a timeout for the Eagles with 28 seconds.
Well, Steve Turner told us before the game we have to stick to what we do best, stay with our principles, both on offense and defense. Dhani Miller with a great pair of hands. He catches everything and finishes with his strong body. He doesn't settle for threes. He'll go inside the arc, and he'll go all the way to the rim. And I like the way he attacks the offensive glass. He's hungry for points.
You know, as we said, Montverde, the dominant team in high school basketball for so many years under Kevin Boyle, who's now at Spire. Steve Turner takes over. Told us last week, I told my team we are the wedding crashers here at Chipotle Nationals. People might not think we deserve to be in. Let's crash this party. Let's have some fun. They're having all the fun right now.
Make no mistake about it, Steve Turner is coaching with a chip on his shoulder. He has all season long. He's doing it right now at Chipotle Nationals, and his team is taking the cue from him. We're not highly rated. We're not highly ranked. We don't deserve to be here. He's playing all the right cards right now, and his team is so well drilled on both ends of the floor. They don't play mistake-free basketball, but they usually don't beat themselves.
Shot clock is dark for AZ Compass. Kayla House, defended by O'Neal Delancey. 5 to shoot. Kayla gives it up. Quincy Wadley for 3. In and out. The rebound for Daniels, and Montverde closes this first half on a 16-0 run.
Turning it over. It has not been a good offensive first half for AZ Compass.
Caden House starts the second half the right way. He had just 2 points, Paul, in the first half on 1 of 4 shooting.
Nice set play that gets him a close look to the basket. That's important. You want to get some rhythm on the offensive end to start the second half.
Montverde finished the first half on a 16-0 run. Tyndale curls it in. Remember, he lit it up to start the game at 8 points in the opening quarter.
He just has a knack when he gets close to the basket. He knows what to flip it up off the glass.
Kayla House, Caden's twin brother, to Roberts. Got past Daniels. Maneuvers past Dahani Miller, and it's over the top.
Dahani Miller has strong hands, and he's quick to the ball, which makes him a very good rebounder.
Miller finished 5th in the EYBL Scholastic this year in rebounding. Again, as a guard, 7 rebounds per game. This is a tie-up. And Montverde ball with the arrow.
Watch Javion Tyndale hesitate, gets low. He's already 5'8", but once he gets in there with a burst of speed, he finds the open gap, flips it up off the backboard. It takes a special knack to get a shot off like that at his size.
How do you defend that then as AZ Compass?
You want to back up, but if you back up too much, right, he's going to shoot a floater or kick it out, but you really want to give him a cushion. If you get up too tight on him, just like this, he's going to blow by you.
Here's the kick, Delancey. Give it to him again. His 4th 3. Once again, Tyndale creates.
When you pressure quickness, it beats you off the bounce. Tyndale is so quick, and he takes straight line drives.
Caden House got a 3, the first of the game for AZ Compass.
And penetrates, stay out on your man.
Paul, it's no surprise that Tyndale tied for the EYBL Scholastic lead in assists this year with Miles Sadler of Bella Vista, who we'll see coming up.
Yeah, there's a point in time in a game that you cannot help anymore off those quick guards.
The lob, Phylon couldn't finish that one, but Miller's got it. Daniels kept it alive. Tyndale defended by Caden House. Delancey with 10 in the lane. Now Miller over Henry, tough shot. And out to AZ Compass.
Good defense by AZ Compass. Now they have to cash in on the offensive end. They ran a couple of plays for Caden House to start the second half. You want to get him more shots. Screen for him off the ball. Get him some looks.
Caden House just hit that first 3 of the game for AZ Compass after the Dragons started 0 for 10. Here's Caden House again, future Terp, and he puts it in.
Well, that was a simple back screen by House. Then he got a down screen, then used the ball screen. Good offense.
You think SVP is excited about Caden House?
He should be.
He's got all 7 here in the second half for the top-seeded Dragons. 9 in the game. Philon spotting up. Oh, way off the mark. Getting more of the same from yesterday from downtown for Joe Philon.
Look, he's not ready to shoot it when he catches it. That means you got to pass it. You don't shoot it just because you're open. If you're not ready, you don't shoot. And with that type of gap between him and the basket, he could have put it on the deck and got closer.
What would make him ready in that situation?
Be in your stance when you catch it. He's standing straight up, and that's a bad habit. That habit will get corrected next year in Westwood.
Oh, Daniels comes up with the steal. And another hammer from Derek Daniels.
He's got quick hands, much like Dhani Miller. And they have a knack of getting in there with their hands and not committing a foul. They strip the ball really well.
Henry on the drive against Miller. And he puts it in.
Henry always wants to get back to his left hand. So make him go right. Number 15 in the green.
The number 10 player in the class of 2027, approaching another double-double here at Chipotle Nationals. Miller, oh, the shovel, and Philon with the flush.
Miller has terrific passing vision. Tight spaces, a little shovel pass. JoJo is ready to finish that one.
Joe Philon looks a lot different at the rim than he does outside the arc.
He looks night and day when he stays inside the arc.
Now Caden House rising over Miller. Didn't get the shooter's roll. Daniel sets the screen for Tyndale. Oh, Delancey, logo. It's short. Delancey was feeling it. He's hit 4 of them already. Jimmy Haywood III with his first points this week at Chipotle Nationals, the number 47 ranked player in the junior class.
Haywood III with a beautiful step-through move.
They call him triple. He didn't even play yesterday, Paul. But AZ Compass needs a spark right now, so why not? Now trying to take the charge, and he does against Dhani Miller.
2 big-time plays. Watch Montverde. Watch the defense. This is 6'7", 230. Power at the rim. The steal was so impressive. Tight spaces, Dhani Miller. 2 defenders, finds the pocket pass to JoJo Philon for the flush. A lot of guys would have picked up their dribble, got trapped. Dhani Miller with a lot of poise and vision in tight spaces.
Kalick House. Bottled up. Has to give it up. Poked away by Philon. And he'll stay with AZ Compass Prep. Again, AZ Compass built on their defense. Not the crispest of offensive teams, but they've got to find it down double digits here in the second half. Caden House is wrapped up in a foul. Joe Philon incredulous, but the whistle blows. That's his first.
Caden House has always played in attack mode. And if you're going to be a good offensive player, you have to have that type of mindset that I'm going to attack the basket, I'm going to attack screens, I'm going to be selfish in a positive way to try to score and help my team. And that time there wasn't much space, and he made something happen for himself and his team.
And Paul, how about this? With the 2:15 mark of the third quarter, Caden House is about to shoot the second free throw of the game for AZ Compass. And of course, the Dragons are all about the House twins. They have carried AZ Compass all year, just like they did yesterday against Spire.
And they play so well off of one another. Whoever has the hot hand, that's who they find. But they're locked in, and they are two-way players. Caden House, obviously a very good defender. I think Kalick House, who's going to Xavier, is a tough on-ball defender. You see right now, he's got Tyndale. He's got his hands full.
So a 10-point game as we tick down to 2 minutes to go in the third. Spot in the championship game tomorrow, noon Eastern on ESPN, hanging in the balance. Tyndale lost it. Pickett the drive. Phylon got a piece of it, but Caden House follows.
The officials are letting them play. A lot of bumps, a lot of grabs, but I like the way it's being called on both ends of the floor. Pretty consistent.
Got past Henry, couldn't finish in traffic. Phylon, no on the stick back, loose ball. Caden House has it. Numbers for the Dragons. And a foul called.
Here comes AZ Compass, first with their defense. They swarm the ball. The push ahead, Roberts can't get it. Caden House with the finish. And that's a guy at the free throw line right now, can score at the line, scores at the rim, mid-range, three-point shot. We talked about Buzz Williams, can utilize him as an off guard next season, on and off the ball. You need somebody that has a mindset that believes that they can score. Caden House is that guy.
He will pair nicely with a top 10 player in the senior class, Baba Oladoten, next season, and Caden House brings AZ Compass to within 6. Dragons have been down by as many as 16 today. They trailed by 13 at the half. And it's a 7-0 run for the top seed. Now the deflection, and Phylon pokes it right to Haywood. Got it to Caden House. Bottled up in the lane, shoveling to his brother. Missed the three. Caden House an offensive board. And last touched by Montverde.
A+ for effort by Caden House, but he had DeMarcus Henry on his left when he was penetrating to the basket. He was wide open, decided to take it himself.
And now a timeout for Steve. Their work on the offensive glass. 9-0 boards here today. Caden House again, downhill. The pivot. Daniels the swat at the apex. Boy, Caden House is yelling, how is that not a goaltend?
He just waits on it in the back line. That's what good shot blockers do. They jump second.
About a 16-second difference between the clocks. Tyndale about to lose it, the whistle blows. Back to Daniels, going to the top floor here.
Watch 42 in the black, how high he gets on this shot. Wow. If it was a second later, would have been a goaltend on its way down. He gets it at the apex. He's 6'7". I have to guess he has a 6'10" wingspan, maybe 6'11".
He has been so impressive these last 2 days.
Yeah, he's a powerful jumper, but he's also a quick jumper on his second jump.
Under 20 seconds to play in the quarter. Delancey being checked by DeMarcus Henry. 2 players in the SC Next 60, the junior class. Under 10. Delancey over Henry. Too strong. Miller puts it in with a foul right before the horn. Wow. A 3-point play opportunity for Dhani Miller. Compass with the ball down by 6 as we start the fourth.
We got to hashtag that, SportsCenter Top 10.
Might be needing that hashtag a few times this week here at Chipotle Nationals. Haywood, no. Offensive board. Kalick House, Caden's twin brother, couldn't finish, but Henry's got it. Shot clock resets again. Henry, the top 10 ranked junior, got past Phylon, knocked out of his hands, and it's a turnover. That's the initial call, but they change it. Last touch by Montverde. Of course, Pete Caffey says that's a foul. Henry from downtown, that's a 3, and it's a 3-point game.
How about AZ Compass? Just working their way back into the game. with their defense. Now execution on offense.
Montverde led by 16 in the first half. But the top seed AZ Compass now within 3. Oh, and a foul. Caden House thought he had a run out.
I thought he got it clean. Baseline inbounds play. This is why you practice. They screen for Henry, steps out wide open. Montverde, no communication. Everything that's going on right now is based on what these teams have done all season long. Nothing is new right now. Nobody's putting in any new plays or any new concepts. In fact, each team has played man-to-man the entire game.
It's the third personal on Caden House. He'll try to stay in front of Tyndale. Tyndale, the speedy guard, off the mark. And Caden House the rebound. Ahead to his twin brother, Kalik. Against Phylon. Feed Henry again. Against the smaller Miller. Another 3. Yes, sir! We are tied here in Fishers.
Dhani Miller has to get closer, take the airspace away. Henry just made a 3, and he's capable.
Just the third 3 of the game for AZ Compass. Miller way off.
Momentum, confidence starting to swing in the direction of AZ Compass.
The top seed on a 16-3 run. 6 minutes to go. Winner to the championship tomorrow. Henry is stripped. Miller couldn't finish. Phylon follows. Montverde reclaims the lead.
Good job by Joe Phylon to follow Miller down the court. Not assume that he's going to make the layup.
Back in the hands of Caden House. Against Tyndale. Left it short. Got it back. Now Kalik House. Henry the drive this time. The contact with Daniels, no whistle. Caden House draws a foul. Boy, finally the whistle blows. All the contact in this high-level high school game.
This is like a nasty pickup game on the cement. I mean, I see multiple bumps, fouls, dig-outs.
And Paul Caden House might be hurt here. And favoring that wrist with 2 free throws on the way.
You know, it's a good lesson for these guys. You can't control how the game's going to be officiated. You can only control how you respond to the officiating. I mean, he got hit there. Henry was ready to put it back up.
And Caden House hits the first. He's 4 of 5 at the line. He was favoring that left wrist, not his shooting hand.
We said in the open that the team that had the most energy and the greatest focus would push themselves to the championship game. Well, it's been equal right now. Each team has put on massive runs. The intensity level from the tap since Javion Tyndale jumped over the AZ Compass bench to save the ball on the very first possession of the game, the intensity level has maintained. And that's a tribute to these coaches and the players of what they've done all season long.
2 programs that have no love lost as House ties the score at 46. They are used to this stage. They have met here at Chipotle Nationals 4 times in the last 6 years. Different teams through the years, but once again, vying for the trophy that will be handed out to the winner tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, their play just speaks volumes of how important Chipotle Nationals is to everyone. They know what's on the line.
Delancey trying to give it up. Tyndale, end of the shot clock. And the prayer's not answered. AZ Compass ball.
Again, the defense by each team. Ted really overplaying. A little back screen, possibly to free somebody up, or a back cut. Haven't seen a lot of those today. Montverde had one in the first half. You just can't always try to force yourself against the pressure. The spacing has to be good right now.
Kalick House, the drive on Phylon, and Daniels got a piece of it. AC Compass recovers though. Shot clock at 3. Caden House launches. Henry another old board, knocked out of his hands. And Tyndale over the head of Phylon. Montverde turns it over, even though the Eagles think that that was tipped by a Dragon.
You love the energy and the effort by Tyndale, but maybe he keeps that one and dribbles it up the court. Gets in a better position to make the pass to Phylon. He was so excited to throw it ahead.
Of course, here at the high school level, no challenges. Steve Turner can't challenge that out-of-bounds call. See if AZ Compass actually deflected it. Piggott off the hands of Henry. And Miller's got it for Montverde. And a foul. It's on Henry. We've got a timeout and a thrilling finish ahead here in the semifinals at Chipotle.
But I'm going to get my shot off. I'm going to look to score. I'm not going to settle for just threes. It's that type of mentality that's so impressive.
All square with 3:30 remaining. Winner to play either CIA Bella Vista or Dynamic Prep in the championship tomorrow, noon Eastern on ESPN. Delancey trying to find Daniels. Miller's got it. Loose ball scooped up by Tyndale. The kick. Delancey's ready. And it bounces in. That's a triple. A timeout for Montverde after O'Neal Delancey puts the Eagles in front.
Again, when you help on Tyndale, he's going to suck you into the paint deep. Watch this. A lot of deflections in this game between each team. But when he penetrates the paint right here, everybody sucks in. What he does, he looks defined. So you got to stay home on your man. Let him finish at the rim over size, over length, because a 2 is much less difficult than a 3 to play against. And every time you help, he finds, and the shooters are ready.
O'Neal Delancey was 1 of 5 from 3 in the quarterfinals yesterday, Paul. He is 5 of 10 here today.
Well, he has that capability. That's his game, to shoot it and slash it. He's got good size, still needs to get stronger. He's been a really important piece to Montverde this year. You know, Lincoln Cosby goes out with the ACL, one of the most talented players in the country. Steve Turner didn't have him this season. So O'Neal Delancey really stepped up in that third role.
Cosby and Jaden Hodge remain out with injuries. 2 ranked players. Kalick House right back at you. We're tied at 49. Now pressure from AZ Compass. Caden House, Kalick's twin brother, sticking with Delancey. Delancey the drive. And out of bounds, last touch by AZ Compass.
I would love to see Kalick and Caden play a lot of one-on-one. He comes off a little flare screen, but he doesn't rush the shot. He takes the dribble to get the balance. To lose his defender, he got a clean look.
5 points for Kalick House, who hasn't shot it well. That's knocked out of bounds by Henry. Montverde ball, 13 to shoot.
You know, Pete Caffey has really been bragging on both House brothers all season long about how well they practice, their demeanor, next play mentality. He loves coaching these 2 guys.
5 to shoot. Tyndale, down low, Phylon curls it home. Montverde back on top.
Tyndale, the creator. What a playmaker.
The 6th assist of the game for Javion Tyndale.
He's got a little Miles Sadler in him. Quickness, facilitating, and shot making.
You see the future Mountaineer, Sadler, in our second semifinal. 2 minutes to go. 7 to shoot. Roberts against Tyndale. The turnaround. And the rebound claimed by Montverde. And the smallest player on the floor, Javion Tyndale.
Now Roberts needs to back up, or who's ever covering Tyndale, back up and give him a little cushion.
Back into the hands of Tyndale. Now Miller with 7. Against Willie Pickett Jr. Miller, a deep 3. Foul on the back tap, but a foul. Joe Philon soaring over DeMarcus Henry, who's hurt. It's the 3rd on Philon. Called for the over the back, and Daniels' jersey is ripped. Again, the physicality in this game. Hopefully DeMarcus Henry's okay.
Let's see what happened.
Well, that comes your way, 4 Eastern here on ESPN2. So again, the foul on Philon there. Still 2 fouls to give, Paul, for both teams. Not shooting free throws just yet. What are you looking for with AZ Compass? You gotta believe that it starts with Caden House.
I think you get him the ball. I don't think you start with the ball in his hands because the defense can load up. They ran a play twice in the second half where he set a back screen, then comes off a down screen, then receives a ball screen. That's good action. It moves the help defense. It gives Caden House some room to operate. You know, sometimes your best player, he needs to set a screen and then get open, and that's a great way to get open. If you set a screen, you can get open.
And here is Caden House, 19 points, 17 in the second half against Dhani Miller. Finds his twin brother, Kalen. And Kalen House lost it out of bounds. The 17th turnover of the game for the Dragons.
That was O'Neal Delancey, who got right up on House. Excellent defense.
.60 seconds remaining. Montverde by a pair. Can Tyndale create again?
They got to shrink the floor right now. They're too spread out, AZ. Shrink it a little bit and stay on the shooters.
5 seconds for Tyndale against Kalen House, who picked his pocket. Kalen House takes it back, swatted by Daniels, but it's a goaltend. AZ Compass draws even.
What a tremendous defensive play by House. Waits on it, steals it, pushes it, then he finishes. The ability to stay down and not get beat by Tyndale. And just, he timed it so well to reach in.
You said it, their best on-ball defender, and he was right there on Tyndale. Miller can run the baseline after the make. Into Philon in a tie game with 35 seconds.
And each team has 1 timeout.
Steve Turner told us that the action late in the game would usually be starting with Dhani Miller. He's got it. 13 on the timer. Back to Tyndale. Tyndale the 3. It's short. Miller chases it down. Loose ball under 10 seconds. And a tie-up means we're staying at this end. It's Montverde ball with the arrow. 8.5 seconds to play.
What excellent defense by AZ Compass.
But Javion Tyndale might be a part of the equation as well.
With 8.5 seconds left, there's really not a lot of time to run a play. I think you have to give the ball to Dhani Miller. I wouldn't even set a ball screen for him. I'd go flat on the baseline, 4 flat, let Dhani Miller get to his mid-range. If you set a ball screen, there's an opportunity for AZ Compass to trap it. With less than 5 seconds to go, I don't know if you want to set any ball screens. Yeah. You want to shoot the ball, as we know from yesterday. Under 5 seconds, give yourself a chance for the offensive rebound. If you're AZ Compass, stay in front of the ball, contest the shot, and do not allow an offensive rebound.
Montverde won in dramatic fashion yesterday. Can they do it again in the final seconds? Under 4, Delancey, the logo 3. Rebound Haywood, and Caden House doesn't get it off in time. Off to overtime in the semifinals.
I'm thinking you have to score. Run offense, screen and cut with a lot of intensity because the defense is going to be glued to you. Like, you really have to cut and screen hard right now.
Montverde winning the tip to start overtime. Tyndale with 10 points and 5 assists. Philon's been impressive, but he was stripped. Caden House ahead, and Trip Haywood puts AZ Compass in front for the first time since the first half.
Caden House timed it right. Philon was a little high with his dribble. House got a piece. AZ gets 2 points. I'm looking for Dhani Miller to score for Montverde. They need him in overtime.
Tyndale swatted by Pickett. In transition, Caden House blocked by Philon, but it's Haywood again. He's got the first 4 of overtime.
Caden House involved in the first 2 plays for AZ. One on the defensive end, one on the offensive end.
Delancey off the mark. Daniels fighting for the offensive rebound, and he's fouled.
AZ Compass, strong defensive team. What a pick by Caden House. Then the give up and the finish. On the defensive end, their blocks, their steals, their swipes. And this young man plays in attack mode all game long. Number 10, Caden House, going to play for Buzz Williams next year.
And Trip Haywood, again with those 2 buckets, did not play at all in the quarterfinals. Not injury related. Came in the second half today, and what a spark he has provided.
Yeah, his points per minute are off the charts in this game.
Miller slashes. He puts it in with a foul. You can't keep Dhani Miller down for long.
He needs the ball in his hands in overtime. It's the shot fake first, then the hard straight line right to the basket. Big body guard, a lot of body control. He can take a hit and keep on going. He'll play for Rob Senderhoff next season at Kent State.
And Miller, Paul, has been swarmed all game. He's now 3 of 11 from the floor. Remember how efficient he was yesterday against Prolific. But now Miller with 12 points.
He has a great determination to finish a play. He needs to be involved on the offensive end for Montverde.
1-point lead for the top seed, AZ Compass Prep from near Phoenix. Kayla House high off the window for 2 more.
They ran a little screen, rescreen. Henry screen for Kayla House. He got open on the rescreen.
Approaching the 2-minute mark of overtime. Quick trigger. Miller off the mark. Rebound to Marcus Henry.
That was contested. Maybe a shot fake. Try to get to the basket.
Henry. Now Kayla House. Tyndale fell down. Offensive foul. It's the 3rd on Kayla House.
Last possession by AZ Compass. Henry screens, then he rescreens for Kayla House. Decides to penetrate. Saw the open crack. Great decision making by Kayla House. That's really good action, and it's hard to guard.
And by the way, 15 foul. Montverde in the bonus now, moving forward here in overtime. Delancey into a crowd. Swatted by Kayla House, making plays at both ends.
Yeah, as soon as you feel the pressure, you got to give it up. Unless you got a straight line drive. And AZ Compass, they push you to the baseline.
Cadenhouse the drive, finds his brother, House off the mark. Miller the other way for Montverde, and he banks it in with a foul. Dhani Miller can square us up from the line.
Dhani Miller, the definition of power and strength. Watch this finish. 2 hands on the ball all the way to the very end. With his head up, his eyes on the rim. The concentration, the strength, and determination is tremendous. He has the heart of a champion.
He's 6 of 8 at the line here today. And a chance to tie things up with 1:05 to go. Left it short. And the rebound for AZ Compass. 1 minute remaining.
You know, Caden and Kayla House, they love to go to their right hand. Haven't seen them go left much in this game. Try to get them to go left. There you go.
Going left, Cadenhouse draws the foul.
That's the right idea, because when he goes left, either Caden or Kayla, most likely they're going to pull up, which they did. Now you got to keep your feet on the floor, get your hand up, and contest.
And Joe Filon picks up his 4th. Cadenhouse, Paul, 5 of 6 at the line in the game. One more to make it a 3-point game yet again.
Look at Cadenhouse giving direction to his teammates, talking the matchups. The free throw has one fluid motion.
Clutch. And a timeout for AZ Compass.
What a performance by Dhani Miller.
And again, being held in check during regulation and rising up in overtime. He has all 7 for Montverde here in OT. Remember, he missed the free throw to tie the game a moment ago, but he gets it this time.
Just reminds me of a heavyweight fighter. He keeps punching.
Just a slight difference between the clocks. All even at 59. AZ Compass does have a timeout. But I think Pete Caffey says play on. Cadenhouse directing traffic. Guarded by Miller. 3 seconds. Swatted by Filon. And out of bounds to Montverde with 1.5 remaining. And Cadenhouse can't believe that that's not goaltending or even AZ Compass ball.
Let's take a look at this. Montverde had a foul if they wanted to give it. Ball's up. That's a block. That ball is still on its way up. Gets it at the apex.
And Paul, the officials just came together. They do say Montverde ball. 1.5 remaining here in overtime. Montverde calls its final timeout.
So now you're looking to draw up a home run play where you can get the ball somewhere over half court. You have time for one dribble if you need it. Obviously, if you're AZ Compass, you cannot foul at all. Game's tied. Bonus situation. I would put pressure on the passer. A lot of people like to put a center fielder. I like to pressure the pass. The passer for Montverde has to be someone you can really trust. Someone who can deliver a hard baseball pass down the court.
Montverde won at the buzzer yesterday in the quarterfinals. The run-out dunk by Derek Daniels. Can lightning strike again for Montverde as Dhani Miller gets ready to throw in. The baseball pass. Daniels tipped away by Caden House. Kalick got it off. And did Pete Caffey call a timeout? They called a timeout. They're going to put time back on the clock. Wow. Not done yet here in the first overtime.
But the question is, how much time are they going to put back on the clock?
Can't be much at all. Miller was looking for Derek Daniels there, and it was deflected.
If it's less than .3, all you get is a tap.
Yeah, you don't have, again, legally, according to the rule book, enough time for the catch and shoot.
Now you do.
.6, yes.
And Caden House did that to end the first half. It was .4 on the clock. They threw it to Caden House. He caught it and shot it.
Pay attention to Pete Caffey, left side of your screen, right before Kalick House lets go of it. That is perfectly done. That snapshot, and again, without the benefit of going to the monitor here in the high school game, the officials get it absolutely right.
They nailed it.
.6 on the clock. AZ Compass with an opportunity. Both teams out of timeouts here at the end of the first overtime. 59 all. Spot in the championship at stake. Henry in. Haywood. Oh! Double overtime it is here at Chipotle Nationals.
At the next level, when he gets to Kent State, you can see him posting up. You can see him backing down his man. And he's got a sweet-looking three-point shot. It's going to be a handle next season.
Look out.
College basketball.
Tipped right to us. We can't do anything about it. Had the hands up, though. And it looks like it belongs to AZ Compass here to start the second overtime.
I just want to give a shout out to these teams with their intensity level. It's been from the tip now as we approach overtime, second overtime. It's been incredible. The focus, the effort, it's been consistent. Guys playing for one another. This is championship basketball.
And call for Montverde, still no subs today. The same 5 players have played every minute. Caden House around and out. Miller the rebound for Montverde.
Yeah, these are no excuse programs. None whatsoever.
It's 36 minutes and counting for Dhani Miller and the rest of the starters for Montverde. Got the women's Final Four tonight, the men's Final Four tomorrow down the road here in Indianapolis. The high school version here today in Fishers. Down low, Daniels late in the shot clock. He puts it in. Montverde in front.
He gets his body on yours, gets an angle to the basket. Beautiful drop step, quick finish.
And playing with that ripped jersey.
That could be an NIL deal down the road, by the way. He looks good in that.
The branding off the charts, right? 7 to shoot. Henry puts it in himself. We're tied again.
Henry takes big steps to the basket, covers a lot of ground. Beautiful jump stop to be controlled at the end.
The winner to play either Bella Vista or Dynamic Prep. Our second semifinal still to come. Championship tomorrow, noon Eastern on ESPN. Delancey rising. Phylon over the back and a foul call. And Phylon says he was fouled first. But Joe Phylon, is that his 5th? There's a discrepancy here on the stats provided. He was listed at 4. And I think that's what they're trying to sort out now. Because if he fouls out, Steve Turner has to turn to a sub for the first time in this game. And I do think that's the case. And so Nikos Koulisianis from Brno, Czech Republic, who played 8 minutes yesterday, knocked down a 3 against Prolific, subs in, but that's a big loss for Montverde the way Philon has played today.
Huge loss. Philon played to his athletic ability in this game, was much more aggressive today than yesterday. He gave them some really good moments in this game.
10 points and 4 steals for Philon. But now on the bench, Kayla Kaus, too strong, got his own miss. The skip, Haywood, left it short. And Montverde's got it with under 2 to play here in overtime, number 2.
Well, Steve Turner has run some set plays the last couple of times. This time he wants to put the ball in the hands of Tyndale. I think it's going to be for Dhani Miller off the screen.
Here he comes against Kayla Kaus. Screen by Daniels. Pickett switches onto him. 5 to shoot. Miller rising. Daniels got a piece of it. And a man down for AZ Compass. That's Pickett. He is in a lot of pain. Loose ball. And the whistle blows. But Willie Pickett Jr. is hurt. Good to see Pickett back up, but can't put any weight on that right leg.
Miller with the shot clock going down. He's on the ball. Oh yeah, he comes down on Dhani's ankle. I've had that happen so many times playing basketball. And the pain just shoots into your ankle. And you can see him pounding the floor because the pain is just rushing through his foot. Then you can't put pressure on it. You truly don't know how bad it is until a few minutes goes by.
So Pickett, the senior from Tampa, heads out. Elijah Summers back in. Send it into Delancey, and a foul called with 1:20 to go. And that's on Kayla Kaus. That's his 5th. And you saw the reaction from his brother Caden, who just realized it. Kayla Kaus has fouled out.
Well, we're in double overtime. We've only had 2 guys foul out. That's really good. The officials have been very consistent about letting the action go in this game.
So 2 free throws for Delancey. And it gives Montverde the lead. 1 more for Delancey, the ranked junior.
This young man is a big-time student in the classroom as well.
Delancey's got 20. 63-61 Montverde.
Without Kayla Kaus, Caden may have to do more. Keep an eye on 10 in the green.
At both ends. Here's Haywood. It was big to start the first overtime. Roberts, the turnaround. Offensive rebound, Summers.
New shot clock, you don't have to rush.
Now Henry. And the rebound for Dhani Miller. AZ Compass comes up empty.
That was a great look, and Henry is a good shooter.
About a 10-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Tyndale in trouble. And a foul called. So free throws coming for Montverde.
Thought it was a good trap. And with all the action that has went on in this game, Watch the trap. I don't see a foul at all. In fact, Tyndale put his shoulder right into Jimmy Haywood III. And that was a play on. When all the contact in the paint, at the rim, along the three-point line, no question about it. That was an odd call.
Foul on Haywood, Tyndale's first free throw of the game, and he sinks it. A chance to build the lead to 4. 26 seconds. Product of Mississauga, Ontario, near Toronto, puts Montverde up by 4.
I'm attacking the rack if I'm AZ.
Haywood offline, a quick 3. Rebound Montverde. It's Tyndale among the trees. AZ Compass got a foul, and there it is. They wanted the steal first, but finally with 13 seconds, Tyndale is fouled.
Talking about fighting through the pressure and fighting through the trap. Right there, they foul him. No call. He fights through the trap. He keeps his pivot foot. Then he gets bumped. That is emotion. That's determination. I mean, he is so focused on finishing this game.
Again, listed at 5'9". And that has to be generous, and yet he's playing like the biggest guy on the floor.
And when you're that size, you have to play with that type of mental toughness. You have to play with that type of fortitude to separate yourself. You can't let the bigger guys intimidate you or push you around.
Missed the second here. 5-point lead for Montverde. Rajon Roberts. A 3. Give it to him. Timeout AZ Compass. The Dragons aren't done yet.
Beautiful quick push by AZ. They know they have to score quickly. Step back. That was huge. Thought he would have went to the rack. This team plays with a lot of confidence and moxie. But now they need the biggest stop of the season right here. You're going to see AZ Compass pressure, switch everything. I'm going to foul right away. I'm not going to trap with 6.2 seconds, because if I trap and Montverde throws out, game over. I'm going to extend this game by, if I don't get a steal, I'm going to foul right on the catch.
Again, just 6.2 remaining. We say it every year here at Chipotle Nationals, the level of talent off the charts, players that you're going to be watching for years to come, and you can say you saw them win. And just a few of the standouts in this roller coaster ride of a game. They added a couple of tenths of a second, I believe. 6.4 to go here in double overtime. Dhani Miller ready to inbound yet again. And now the players are heading back to their benches here. Official came over to you, Paul.
Let's take a look at this. That's a step back. That's a three-point shot.
So the officials were conferring. Again, they can't go to the monitor here in the high school game, but did one of the officials come to you and ask if that was a 3 or not?
He did. He came over and asked.
I mean, it was clearly a 3. We have the benefit of the second look.
Right, so that's a three-point shot.
So the score is correct.
Yep.
AZ Compass hit the 3.
Sure if it was a 2 or a 3.
Yeah, that was definitely a 3. They got it sorted out. The score is correct. In no review, they can't go to a monitor to check it out, but they made the right call in real time. 6.4. AZ Compass has to foul. Miller has to get it in. Montverde using its final timeout.
And they double-team Tyndale with their center fielder.
And they need to add 0.3 of a second. The clock started there, and they do. 6.4.
Watch the coverage by AZ. They have Roberts on Tyndale, second defender. Haywood, he defends Tyndale. House doesn't let Delancey get it, and Miller smartly calls the timeout. And he was allowed to run on that because of the made shot. So now if I'm Steve Turner, I got a screen for Tyndale. I know he can get open on his own, but when I see two guys on him, maybe I'm going to screen for somebody else, use him as a decoy. Looks like he's going to go with the football play. He's going to line them up.
The 4 wide. We see this at the college level. Baylor with Scott Drew has run it. Jerome Tang, of course, from that tree. Kansas State as well, among many others.
Remember, Montverde has no timeouts left.
Miller again can run the baseline, got it in, and there's the foul. Tyndale got open on the curl route underneath.
Well, you're so afraid of him going a little bit long. And all he did was stop and go and cut right in front of his man.
Yeah, Tyndale didn't shoot a free throw all of regulation. He's now 3 of 4. And he steps back up to the line. A chance to put Montverde up by 4.
That was a great wrinkle by Steve Turner. Used the timeout, changed the alignment, got the ball in bounds.
Tyndale, money again. 4-point game, 5.5 seconds. Caden House for 3. It's good! But time continues to run here in the high school game, and the game is over. AZ Compass had no timeouts remaining, and that is it for the #1 seed.